Hiya girls, we are Barney and Lukey and we are the hot young visionaries behind Truffle Pig Wigs.
And this is Cliffhangers, the unofficial, unrequested and unhinged RuPaul's Drag Race recap show.
The views and opinions expressed on Cliffhangers are from a couple of women who just love drag and have zero real business judging it. If you are not a fan of red-hot acidic critique, turn back now.
Always like a dog smelling sausages. It's Barney!
Oh, me? You make my nerves bad, you do. And call her boyfriend a French girl the way she paints him every Friday.
Scarlet letter, baby.
Oh, no, baby.
With the shit.
Browntown.
Yeah.
Have you ever Browntowned on anyone?
I had fingers struck up there with no warning.
But Browntowned? Have you never... They've never pulled out and gone.
Well, I've never had I've never had a dick up there, but I have someone just stuck his fingers up there once and then pulled them out, and then like all I could just do was smell shit. It was very off-putting.
Yeah. Well, the fucking jiggery pokery that it takes for that not to happen, especially as a girl of the IBS experience.
So I feel like I need your mum to subscribe so that she has to hear these things about you as well. Old Soph.
Poor old Soph. Yeah. Do you know that she definitely listens to it?
I don't know. Hopefully she just pays and doesn't listen.
Yeah, hopefully. Luke's going to ask you a question.
Please.
And this ain't going to be one that Sophie's going to like. If after a slow Sunday of your face repeatedly being used as a fuck doll by the various assorted youth of N1...
Yes.
Causing the semen layers in your windpipes to harden, causing a potentially fatal blockage, you have but one song and one moment to tell our beloved hangnails... See what I did there?
Nice.
Yeah. How your week has been through the medium of the once revered but now life-saving mime. What ditty are you picking?
You're frozen when your heart's not open. Ain't it cold?
Ain't it fucking cold?
Oh, isn't it
I've already
chilly?
voicemailed you once today to moan about it.
I know. I've had to get the giant floor-length duvet coat out of retirement. It actually had some nice bit of mould growing on it, or sitting on it, which I've washed off, luckily. But yeah, I knew it was going to happen, and I'm just never ready for it. I run hot. I mean, I need hot because I'm cold.
Can I share with you something about the winter that's like quite what the mental gymnastics that I have to go through is like...
It's all a cycle. We need the life for the death.
I will be reborn if I die in this bed. No, when I get up in the morning, if I have to get up early, the thought that goes through my head has been like, well... It's too cold to get in the shower, but you won't have sweated at all because it's so cold. And surely your body is like, bacteria can be frozen, right? So it's like, surely like your body's actually, it's like a very clean, maybe you don't need to, I go through this every morning.
So when it's not very, very cold, do you sweat in bed every night?
No, but like there'd be more sort of like in the folds,
just
you know, where it gets like where you lose the
dark, dank areas.
No, like it's, but I go through this and I'm like, you don't need to shower. And then I stand up and within like 30 seconds of me waking up being like, you have to shower every day. Get in the shower.
You don't have to shower every day.
You absolutely don't. I used to go to Erdang with a girl. I was nearly going to name drop her then, who used to shower once or twice a week. And she was at professional dance school. So she was like, I never smell. She was like, it's just... And also I saw a thing in the newspaper the other day that was saying it's a very strange Western capitalist thing that we need to be showering every day. It doesn't give your skin a chance to do the things that it needs and to replenish its oils in the right way. And
just ask Mark Owen. He blew the world's mind when he stopped washing his hair back in the day.
And as we all know, men don't wash anything below their ballsack.
Yeah.
They've never touched it in the shower.
Anywho, what would you... Also, I'd like to call back to one of my previous lip syncs for the week.
Yeah.
And now you've solidified it. I'm just so glad that now the world's caught up to the greatest song of all time.
Truly.
We've got the TikTok dance now. Obviously, we've got it down.
It's every time I close my eyes, it's all I can hear.
Just remember, I told it to you a month ago.
My song would be this week, Anna Win Tour by Azealia Banks.
The one and only.
Because guess who I met yesterday?
Anna Win Tour.
Oh my God, and let me tell you, she's a very foreboding lady.
What do you mean?
She's tall. She's about 6 foot, which I did not know at all. I thought she was small.
Is she like old what's her chops in Harry Potter that Hagrid is getting with?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
She's very tall and she's oh my God, she's thin like a rail. And she was just wearing sort of this like burgundy floor length PVC coat.
So we
probably leather, actually, probably not PVC.
Leatherette.
And I was like, you can understand why everyone's absolutely shit scared of her. Like the image that she's crafted is quite fantastic. It's quite severe, and just like, and she had a sunglass off as well. And I thought, yeah, shit's good.
Do you think she's been touched by a
Absolutely
syringe?
Not. Absolutely
angel?
not. Not good.
Syringel.
Not good like celeb. Good, but like, or us good, but like she, you know. So yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
Previously on RuPaul's Drag Race UK.
The Crossies had to glam their fam, and in the club, we all glam fam. It was weepier than the end of Barney's dick, but we got through it.
We did.
Marmalade stopped being so bitter, get it? Marmalade joke. And won her first badge, whilst Shara and Relisa told us they were never going to give us up. But in fact, sweet Charlie turned around and deserted us by sashaying away.
After mentioning our songs of the week, I would just like to personally hold space on the internet for those lyrics. So if we could just take sort of like 2 to 3 seconds just to really get together.
What does that mean?
I was gasping for air watching it. The fact that this like
for me it was the finger grab.
Yeah, the random lesbian is just like I don't know whether you've seen. It was everything about it was so perfect. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was someone taking the piss.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've seen, but people have been on the internet just really holding space for the lyrics. And then
I've seen it.
And she went, "That's what I wanted."
What's going on?
What are you talking about? None of this means anything.
We can't blame Cynthia and Ariana because they are so starved of everything. I think they're running on like one brain cell a second. All they could do is cling on to each other for dear life.
Literally, I've seen so many people being like, quote the videos, just being like, "You have absolutely no idea how mad anorexia makes you," and then people like being like, "I like sold my car and like moved into a tent to live in my next door neighbor's garden and stuff just because I was like so hungry." It was just like, and then woke up and just like, what are these decisions that I've made? Yeah. Just like, I didn't know that was a.
But what does it mean to hold space for those lyrics?
If you care to find me, look towards the western sky.
What does it mean to hold space for lyrics?
Like, if you were like, if in a vigil or something, if something had happened that was traumatic, you might be like, I want to hold space for the community to come together, and like, it can be like physical and emotional and psychological space to hold space. Like,
so people are basically saying the impact of this is,
I need to give you like time and space that is respected and open for you to. That's basically what holding space is. So for them to be like, they're just like on the internet and they are holding space. It's like, I think they're just listening to it actually. Babe. Like,
I mean, the bitches be crying.
Bitches be crying. Couldn't be me.
I kind of am a bit more interested to watch it now though. Although 2 hours 40, it's going to have to be an at-home jobby with a couple of wee and tea breaks.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to go see it. Although we spoke about
you
this
are going to go and see it now.
Yeah, 100%. Why do you want to come?
I don't think so.
Wow. Just got fucking shut down on the podcast. Bugaboo Central over here. Should we go back to talking some drags? What about when she was like, oh God, I just feel so bad that she's got to go home in front of her mother. We have said this. There is literally no better person than to go home with your mum.
Yeah, I think she'll go home with someone.
And my mum would like not really understand like any of it. She'd be so starstruck, so bamboozled by all of it. She'd be like, who is that gorgeous tall woman? Like, and she'd just be like, oh, don't worry. It's going to be like, she'd be the perfect person to like, rather than like one of your friends be like, oh, babe, do you think you're going to make that package money back now? Like,
I was getting quite patronising vibes off the rest of the girls after Chara's. Were you not? Everyone was kind of like, oh, she really came into her own though, didn't she?
Did. Oh, she
really gave herself space
with those
to
colours. Yeah. She really just holding space for the whole rainbow. Like, shut up. Yeah, I also as well. It's become a bit of a weird little dick swing between Lavoie and Kyran. Just like, oh, I'm definitely going to win. No, I'm definitely going to win. Everyone's just sitting there being like, okay.
You're both annoying.
We've got so many badges. And they're just like, it's like they're just both so fixated on the idea that they're both going to win that no one else exists.
Yeah, it's quite funny how when Kyran was doing it, it was like annoying to people. But now there's two of them.
Yeah.
They're just going for it.
Ain't they?
So everyone in the top 5 now, at this point, has won a challenge. Would you say that's normal?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have people all the time that I don't even know why I'm here. Like, what's her name? What's Miss Versace? It's time to part. Dee.
Oh, Deeds. She win one at the end.
Wasn't she that the whole time? She's like, I don't even know why I'm here. I haven't got any badges. And also Cheryl, famously.
Oh, famously, yeah. I know Dee won the makeover challenge, I believe.
So it would have been that week.
Yeah.
She got to top 5.
Parallel. Yeah.
I think that's pretty normal. I think like by this point, like people have probably understand how to play the game a bit and have won at least one. Well, you couldn't be in an okay girl group. It's 50% off. Like 50% of you are going to
It's off. Well, I do like now actually that only one person gets the badge for the girl group because that was a bit of a joke before. But we're rehashing old trauma, aren't we?
We are. Let's really pick at those scabs.
Let's do it.
Okay, so there's a brand new work in the week room.
What about when Releaser went out of nowhere, just, I've got big feet. Okay, sly advertising. We hear what we want to hear, don't we?
Celebrity hairstylist Tom Berry said he saw Releaser the other day and she's
Releaser's
huge.
dick.
No, just her stature. Apparently she's...
Yeah, we've both met her.
I don't think I've met her. I've seen her on stage, but she's on stage they're bigger than you anyway.
Everything seems so far bigger when it's far
No, but
away.
she's literally
like
higher than me.
But she was been at what's it called? Mimi's. Like she's been around in the crowd and stuff. Like you have laid two eyes on her off a stage.
I guess so.
But what we care about is the meat big?
Of course.
What's the meat saying? Because she said, I got big feet. Okay.
Speaking of people with big meat, I'm lifting this from Tace's lyrics in Bing Bang Bong.
And famously, Naomi what is wrong with me? Naomi, what's her name? Naomi
Fletcher.
No, not
Carter.
Not Harris.
Smalls.
Famously Naomi Smalls as well, talking about having a big...
But speaking of Tace,
baseball bet.
she is everywhere. Again, I saw her to come up on an ad, like an ident for BBC, kind of like with Ginger.
Yeah.
Remember when Bag of Chips was kind of everywhere? I feel like now Tace is like the drag queen of the BBC and Britain.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it.
I feel like someone told us that Bagger made $1 million in her first year.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
Yeah. It's the word. Come join us on The Hangover for more salacious gossip that we're passing on that we shouldn't. I don't even remember who told us that, but they sure.
I think it was Just May. Who's actually we need to get.
Don't say her name.
We need to get Just May on because she told us like 9 weeks ago that she's got all the backstage gossip, but because we've moved studios, it's hard to work it out.
We do need to sort that out ASAP.
You know when they were watching the video and RuPaul was making all the clown puns, and they thought it was going to be a clown challenge. I didn't actually, or maybe think of one now. That's a big top. There you go. Easy.
Yeah, they said
that. Oh, I could fit more of you in me than in one of them little cars. Anyway, I was just thinking, wouldn't that be sick, actually, if it was a clown challenge? Kind of like the cheerleading one, although that was not NSFW.
Yeah, that'd actually be such a great thing, I suppose. They are clowns. Being in drag is basically being a clown, so it's clown school every day.
If you were in the circus, what would you want to be?
I would fucking want to be a proper trampoline person.
Yeah,
you go dong and they do all the spins, like the spins. It's not like a trampoline, but you know, like when you have the bouncy floor and they just do all the.
I'm talking traditional circus.
Okay, so what's tradish?
Well, I don't know, like lion tamer, the people on the thingies. What are they called?
The trapeze.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be a trapeze girl. Absolutely nothing to do with animals. Fucking rank.
I would like to either be like a stunt rider, like I saw on the rodeo, and like the horse is just like galloping around and you're just like sort of doing like splits and shit on it.
Yeah.
Or I'd like to be a contortionist.
I could see that for you.
I remember I went to the Chinese State Circus with my mum when I was little, and there was this lady dressed as a snake who got into this tiny box, and I was just like, that's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, it makes me feel quite sick.
So Rue reveals that the girls are going to be roasting the eliminated queens. And Releaser is in charge of the order of the roast for winning the lip sync last week.
Question.
Yes.
Why does RuPaul always stand like he's waiting? Wow, you can be bothered to turn your phone off. Okay.
Sorry, it's Reese's Pieces messaging us about this wig pickup. Hey, girl, if you're listening. Let me pause for 1 second.
Mama, kudos for saying that, for spilling.
And we're back.
She's back in the room. Wow, just like never stop the business, dude. Just 24-hour party girl, 24-hour business woman.
365. I'm a wig girl.
Yeah. Why does RuPaul always stand like he's waiting for his deodorant to dry? He always he never lets his arms down by the side of his body. He holds his hands out in front of him like that. I can't do it too far because the mic.
Maybe he thinks the girdle will pop if he puts any stress.
It's so weird, but he's like never lets his arms down by his side. Is that babe?
Or maybe because he's so tall, he needs to appear broader.
he's pretty fucking broad. The girl is wide, I will give her that.
Have you noticed they give Lavoie like so much extra editing? Like when she was saying marmalade is like an alarm clock, they add in the like meh, meh, meh sound. And I swear they've done shit like
SFX?
that. Yeah, I feel like they are really doing everything they can to position her as like the winner. Like look how perfect she, like her and TV are just
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
but also maybe because she is quite panto, that she kind of gives it, a lot of the stuff she says is quite sort of budumch energy, whereas other girls just bit of a more modern take on comedy. Twist. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
What did you think about Relisa asking the ancestors to help her choose? Everyone really...
They really fucking came for her ear, nose and throat, didn't they?
They did not like that, did they?
They didn't. I thought it was such weird. It's like, oh, hang on. That is actually the fairest way that you could do it.
Yeah.
Just random. Yeah. Actually, it's just like, why are you all hating on the fact that she chose the fairest way? It's like, otherwise, she can choose a way that's going to piss people off in a different way. But it's like she's tried to do it in the... lame.
And what do you think about the whole Lavoie getting very, very pressed? Like, you don't give a fuck. Like, why are you acting like this is so annoying? Like, actually, it would affect Lil having to go after you. And if Lil can feel better and it's no different for you, why are you, like, fucking busting balls about it?
I love how Lil, as well, was just like, she just turned to her and she was like, oh, I'm really scared. Like, I'm really scared to go after you. Just, like, very, like, sort of, like, calmly and very matter-of-factly. And I was like, that kind of, like, takes... You're kind of like just facing it straight on, just being like, rather than being like in your interview, being like, oh fuck, like I'm really panicking. Like just like say it to her face, be like, I am scared to go after you.
And look what happened. Yeah. Like, and really, it didn't help in the end, but she was made to feel a bit more comfortable than if she hadn't. Yeah,
100%. Writing with acrylics. Who was writing? Who would have been writing something down? Oh, I guess Relisa, and she's got long acrylics on. Just reminded me, just like getting the right hand position if you've got acrylics on is the worst. Like.
Oh yeah, with them digging into you.
Yeah. It's like writing because you have to also like fold the nails underneath like that to write with. It's just like you have to do this like crazy fucking claw because you can't really rest your. Annoying.
I've lost all my handwriting skills. I realised that when I worked at the tattoo shop and had to start writing in the diary, and it's like my hand would get so tired from holding a pen just because I'd just been typing for years, and now
fucking worse, isn't it? Like shooting pains in the hand. Someone told me today that I had lovely handwriting. What happened?
Oh, there you go.
I cannot live another day without Michael Marulli back in my heart where he belongs. As soon as he came in, I was like, what a fucking silly little sausage that girl is.
And do you know why we were extra happy to see him, girls?
Alert. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway. I repeat. Truffle Pig Wig on the runway.
Well, in the workroom, but you know what we mean. Finally,
it's nice. We like to have a presence everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
We've got to wait till the 9th ep before a little bit of representation.
Oh, not our fault who gets kicked out, is it? I don't think any of the roasts have been even passably good enough to bring anyone back as a coach from that series. Like, give them a comedian.
But I do kind of like that they're bringing back alum.
Love to see the alum. Love to see it more than anything. But it's like, when you need it most, which is the comedy challenge, which is famously always fucking terrible. When you need that's when you need. They're like, oh, we've got so-and-so from Saturday Night Live, or so-and-so from. They was bringing like amazing things that can actually help them and give them a bit of professional advice. It's like, famously, the roasts are always terrible. Don't bring back someone else from Drag Race.
I just can't bloody believe that I thought that last week Ella was Tamara. And I was like, oh,
I know.
Tamara. I mean, they are bloody joined at the hip these days with the pod, and you saw them together performing at an event.
Oh, I did. I saw them at the what was that? Oh, the gala thing. It was absolutely resplendent. What Michael Marulli doesn't know about a sequin bodysuit. Oh, it ain't worth knowing, girls.
Wait, sorry, can I just circle back? Did we actually explain what the truffle pig on the runway even was?
Yeah, it was Michael Marulli in that gorgeous white double mohawk.
That was mentioned on Race Chaser as well.
What did they say?
It was something like, well, I've just scrolled through the words of it. I haven't listened. I don't want to get thoughts or ideas from other rival pods. But one of them just says, Michael Marulli, who's that? And the other one's like, oh, did you not watch last year? And they're like, I guess not. And then they were like, oh, she's back, but she was better than ever. That hair's fantastic or something.
Yeah,
it's like,
Ella Day being introduced as a champion roaster, and then them showing a clip of them saying something that isn't funny. Thoughts?
Yeah, I know that I guess she did win, but I don't think of her as a funny funny person. Like, get Danny fucking Beard on, or
or someone
that's
good
quick
at a roast
and funny.
Yeah. And it's like there's many girls that are like can say a line and it's fine. Like they can give you a bit of sarcasm or whatever, but you need someone to come on that's like really fucking quick and really can roast.
I enjoyed Michael's one though. And I did like as well in his clip when it flashes to Ginger with a triple heart bypass. She's wearing a Truffle Pig as well.
She was. There was so many Truffle Pig wigs on the runway. Also, as well, when she said the iconic card throw, I think that's a reach, babe. I couldn't even remember what she was talking about. She said the iconic card throw as if she like threw the first brick at Stonewall. Like,
well, it did go down
the
proverbial. Oh no, like the opposite of the proverbial ton of bricks. Yeah. She was kind of like, you know what? I don't need these, and threw them. And because everyone else had them, it was on like, oh, she really, really went there.
Okay.
I very much enjoyed Michael's read to Ella. It was like hit after hit. There was 5 attacks in one sentence.
5 attacks?
Shall I refresh your memory?
Please.
Ella Vidae is such a dumb whore. The smartest thing to come out of her mouth was my cock. Only joking, dear. I don't do charity or animal cruelty.
Bam. It's like I'm getting Nam flashbacks. Do you know what I mean?
It's like jab, hook, uppercut.
But she said, because I'm just like, I'm a dry, sarcastic bastard. First of all, quite weird to hear someone refer to themselves as a bastard in drag. I don't know. But like, is that what the EV experience is? Is that what the joke, is that what she's known for? Is she like very dry and sarcastic?
I don't know.
I think of her as quite sort of hun.
Yeah, same. And let me remind you, after that shark attack of a read from Michael, her response was, she puts the gran in Gran Canaria.
But
I needed my own crickets for how long it took me to.
Champion roaster. It was fun. It was just a lovely little millennial pause to make the girls feel safe.
Because I was almost going to go,
the girls are fighting!
Michael Maruli says, you just got to work out what the right level of mean is and what's gone too far. He says, as long as they laugh with you, do we think in a roast that they need to laugh with you? I don't. I think the person can be like, ouch. But it's still good. I don't think they're like, obviously don't be rude, don't be like, but you can still be like red-faced and be like,
yeah, but even that you're still kind of doing
damn, they got me.
Yeah, but you're still doing a bit of a laugh, isn't it? Like, as if like you're not offended. You can be like, God, this fucking bastard. You don't have to necessarily. There's somewhere
between laughing and being offended. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they need to, I still think that they can, you could look over and they're a bit like, fuck, okay, fine. And that's still fine roasting.
Yeah. As long as they're not upset.
Because I find it cringes me out when you see these roasts and people are like, they're the person louding the laughers and they're laughing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? When it's like, it makes you look like you just can't take anything, when it would just be like, someone would be making a joke about like, what ugly slut you are. And they're like, God, this great comedy. It's like,
it's really got me.
Yeah, it's like,
Did you see Michael's chest? It looked fake, like such golden pectorals and then like a shiny gold, what's that called?
Adonis.
Sternum.
Oh, Need I remind you that when they were on before, we were absolutely mesmerised by the rock hard abs of one Michael Maruli.
Sorry, do you think they gave good advice in the World of Good Girls Aloud? No.
I don't think they can, because I don't think either of them, and this, I'm obviously saying this as a diehard fan, but they I don't think either of them are remembered for comedy.
No. I quite liked what Michael said about just remember at least like one solid good one for every person, kind of like I would imagine doing like a mnemonic thing or something.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Very Michael Scott.
Oh, I was getting worried. As soon as Kyran was like, do you know what, I'm just going to like take risks. It's been paying off for me. Like, it's just like, I'm just going to be risky.
I'm just going to use my circus training.
As soon as I call bullshit. There is no fucking way. I mean, I will say this later, but like, there is nothing that they did in that performance that was anything like clowning. I have done clowning.
I feel like they just forgot because they thought, actually, I'm just going to do this kind of Babs who smokes 50 a day.
Very
well, not
strange.
Ella said she made sure to use her power of the character of Ella Vidae. Barney, I ask you, describe to me in 3 words the character of Ella Vidae.
Breasts.
Fine. Blonde.
Hun. Blonde. Hun with blonde breasts.
Well, there you go.
What would you say?
Broad. In all
Bricky.
senses. Broad appeal. Broad shoulders. Broad bean.
Moving swiftly on. Should we take a little break?
Let's do it.
something, you ugly bitch.
Luke's.
Go.
Matches were made by women sitting over a vat of phosphorus solution and dipping the matchsticks in one by one. This was okay for a couple of years, but breathing in the fumes of the phosphorus ultimately led to a condition called Fossy jaw.
Oh,
how glam! Where your
Fossy.
gums abscessed and your jaw oozed with discharge. But
sorry, this sounds like a fantastic Halloween look.
But they had an eerie phosphorescent glow.
Like Mr. Burns.
The only way out of the pain was the full removal of the jawbone, because through breathing it in, the bone had become infected with phosphorus.
I thought you were going to say it's going to go up the skirts and to the puss.
Also, how fucking sick that their jaws glowed. Sure, they had to live with abscesses, but...
Well, they're going to be safer at night, aren't they?
How fucking cute is that?
Do we just find open phosphorus pits?
No. I think you like make a pit of phosphorus and you just have to keep on dipping.
Keep on dipping. What year is this? I can't believe no one's worked out a pulley system.
Yeah, I know. I think 1800s. What's that?
Okay, 1800s? So Wallace and Gromit hasn't been born yet.
No. Let's talk main stage. Main question. Is Michelle Visage in sort of like a Legs Avenue bodysuit?
It's probably poster girl, to be honest.
It was crazy. It was basically just like two pairs of fishnets sewn together, with giant holes. It was like quite a strange, cheap looking garment for our Shelley to be wearing.
Well, all round, Rue was standing there shaking like a shitting dog in those silver shoes.
No.
Like maybe a simple wedge is better for you now, Mum, in your elder
like
years.
They all have fleas. Are you aware of the work of our one Siobhan?
I'm not. I was going to say, do we like her? Because I'm not a Derry girl.
Oh, we love her. Glad to see she's gone all out. I wouldn't say she's a woman that is known for her glamour. So
I did enjoy that. The bright.
So it's nice to see that she was
pink.
like, I'm going to be in front of all these evil gay eyes.
That headgear was bizarre, though, I have to say. Bizarre.
But, I mean, good for her, you know. Should we head into the comedy roast?
First of all, who was your favourite clown look?
Probably Lil. Oh, no, Mum. Oh, no, I quite liked Mum. But she didn't really look like a clown. She looked more like a Pierrot. But
yeah,
one of the two. What about you?
I enjoyed Mom's, but then there's something so just dumb and frilly about Lavoie's. I was kind of into that as well.
I believe that's hair by our good friend, deep friend of the pod, Polished Wigs.
Nice.
Polished. Yeah. So first up, we have Relisa. What was your thoughts?
I thought she started off okay. Like the salmonella buffet gag was all right, and then the animal impressions kind of started off all right, but then as soon as she looked at the notes, it just deaded out the vibe, which is unfortunate.
It was so bizarre, wasn't it?
But then she still was being
no
quite
jokes,
charming.
No jokes, a lot of noise. She was constantly just making a noise. It was very strange. And taking time to read your cards mid-performance is crazy work.
But at least she was kind of vamping through. I think she wasn't just reading. She was blah, 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 blah. Yes,
but
yes.
It's bad enough that you need cards. If the cards aren't even in front of you, or in your hand or whatever, having to go back to a stool to just be sorry, let me just find my place where I am.
Right on the palm of your hand,
yeah,
you nutter.
Absolute mad work.
And then the wee jokes as well. Do you think that she thinks girls wee out of the vulva?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think maybe she ain't spent a lot of time together, like what we have. Also, as well, there was a bit when Alan Carr, she said a joke, and then Alan Carr's nervous laughter, it just went silent. Alan Carr went, it's so good. I was like, at least I got a very nervous laugh out of you. I just thought, imagine the glee if you're a bit of bitch and you're watching a portrait of a drag queen on fire, just absolutely bombing.
I wouldn't even say that was particularly. I've seen a lot worse.
Baby, that was Hiroshima.
Don't you speak about my people like that?
Nagasaki? Where's that?
That's also Japan.
Sorry. Have they been hit by the atomic bomb twice?
Yes.
Oh my God! Sorry, I'm not a history girl. You know this.
No.
Where's the place where's the radioactive place that Chernobyl. Was that them to us? No, that was a plant, wasn't it, that went fucking crazy?
Yeah, nuclear plant.
I've seen the Jessie Buckley show.
Yeah.
Sorry to
wait. What were we just talking about?
I was saying Relisa, she'd be bombing.
She had at least 3 sections of laughs. I've seen think of Pheromone. No one laughed. I think she.
But it was
she was shit. She was shit, but I don't think it was a full bomb.
It was. I think people were laughing out of discomfort.
I still stand by. I don't think that she was.
Okay.
Like, not terrible.
But you would feel she wasn't doing well, so I wonder if you just sitting there and she's kind of like coming for you, and the jokes aren't landing. You'd be like, "Good one, bitch."
I'd be stony faced. Be like, "If you don't make me laugh, you don't make me laugh."
Yeah. True. What was your thoughts on Kyran?
Old Claggy.
Yeah.
I loved the stupid sideshow bob hair.
Yeah.
By Palooks.
Yeah.
And I like the cactus dress. I think I just expected more from her. Like, she did have a couple of like funny, clever quips, but
I feel like she's quite funny in her interviews sometimes now.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna kill it.
Yeah, same.
And she
the
was
character
just a bit
made
fine.
absolutely no sense. Take it off.
But I see what she was saying earlier. Like, every time she's won a badge, she's been in character. So you would kind of think, well, that's how they like me. I don't seem to win when I'm not doing character. But then that's quite sad, isn't it?
Now call me crazy.
You're crazy.
For some reason, it feels like when Kyran says to Kiki Snatch that her wigs are dry, and that's the joke, that just feels like a microaggression. I know it's not a hair. I know it's not. It's still a wig, but it just feels like that's. I feel like you cannot speak about non-white queen's hair, especially black queens.
It's not her hair though.
I know,
and
but
we have also read her wigs.
We have read them for being from the Tyra Banks school of hairlines, but not dry. I just think that is something that would actually be commented on in IRL to women wearing wigs, being like, oh, with her unruly dry hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, or like textured hair being referred to as like being dry because it like. Do you know what I mean? I think calling a black woman's hair dry carries a different weight. But it's right to say to an old woman, is it? Absolutely. Who you can say whatever you want. She can't hear you anyway. Yeah, but maybe that's that meme that's like, when your one friend is too woke to continue any conversations. Not that I think I'm too woke. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Who shouted out when Lil came on? Someone just shouted out in the middle of it, "You look amazing, Lil!" Yeah, just like the so silence. Loud in the mix. Yeah. She did though. Cheapo the clown. She did so loud. So, what about Lil drying up there? That was crazy. When she just sort of like short circuit. Needed a reboot. Yeah. Yeah. She was like, I don't know the word. No, it was like, oh my god, babe, what is going on? She's so witty, but just obviously like writing it down, it doesn't. She's an off the cuff kind of girly. Too much overthinking. What do you think of Lil? Well, I was reminded when she mentioned Angina of a song that my dad made up at lunch once. I'm sure you can imagine how it goes. Here we go. He's singing it to my mum. I have a cute angina. You have a cute vagina. That's the song. How old were you at this point? Oh, 30s. There is truly nothing like the zing of your own father speaking about your own mother's vagina in front of you over lunch. He's also made up a song once, something along the lines of, "My penis is a mackerel, silver and shiny." Oh my god! The mental health facilities in England. I brought this up to you, but he wanted me to get him some punk stuff because he's going back. Because as you all know, listeners, I went to Camden Town and sorry, why can't he get some punk stuff?
He doesn't shop on the internet. He actually is going to go and probably walk down to Portobello. That's where we've worked. Oh wow! The next thing. What? Because he's now having a complete style overload. Well, no, he's always been a punk, but he wants to got a new T-shirt. But he is currently dressing like Chris Brown, so it's confusing. Well, no, he's a lot's changed since you've last seen a photo of him. Oh, really? The eye patch is even temporarily off. Fucking stylish evolution that this man has gone through is insane. He got white DMs for his birthday, so he's been rocking them with the turn-ups, and he's like wearing his black and white leather jacket again, which I cannot wait to inherit because it's fucking sick. This man, you need to put just the whole marquee of just photos of Gianfranco. Gianfranco Gotti. The big GF. Back to Lil. Yeah. I loved the joke when she went, oh, sorry, there's chicken up my sleeve. I didn't even understand it, but it was so stupid that I was crying with laughter. Yeah. But those bloody cards will be the death of us. Yeah, just learn it. Just got it on your hands. Just go along down the line. Or, this is clown school. You could have had a different read on a different bit of handkerchief that you're pulling out, and do you know what I mean? Yeah, when they pull out the longest things in the world. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I can't be there for the girls to give them all these ideas all the time. I know. People were screaming at Lavoie. It was insane. I felt like I was being like collectively gaslit by the entire queer community. Like, there was squeals. People were actually screaming at some of the jokes. And it was like, she didn't even make me break a smile once. I I was smiling, but it's nothing I haven't heard before. I thought it was funny that she said Zahira's come as a rash when she was literally dressed as the coronavirus.
I just think like they were just such baseline jokes. They were like jokes that you'd find like written in a terrible like a cracker joke.
I think with her it was just the fast action. It was just like a non-stop like.
So that's what we're congratulating. Speed of speech.
Look, speed of speed.
Yeah, speed. Called a speed of speed.
Oh, she really came for Dita, didn't she?
She really did. I didn't like that.
No, I didn't like it. It's like, isn't it enough that you lasted all the way to the end and that you're younger than her?
And isn't it enough that you've managed to go
allegedly.
through this entire competition calling yourself 43? And she was actually honest about her age.
Wow.
Yeah. Remember, Dita Garbo, 48. Lavoie, a professional liar.
TBD. I thought that Suki looked really gorgeous. It cut to her in Lavoie's thing.
Yeah, me too.
Stunning, absolutely stunning.
Yeah. I've put here, it's not actually funny knowing nothing about her. I thought that was a very, very weird read from Lavoie, being like, to Siobhan, being like, sorry, who are you? It's like, that's actually, she's a guest judge, that's actually not funny. Like, if it's so like low vibrational humour to just be like, sorry, I don't know who you are, you're not famous.
Yeah. And
then she'd have to be like, my name's Siobhan. And she's like, and what do you do?
I think she did know though.
Yeah, but then that's even worse. It's like, so that's like fucking schoolyard shit. Like,
I feel like someone on the American one did that and it went down really well.
Oh really?
Actually, no, baby, it was UK. Oh wait, who was it? Kathy Burke and someone like read.
Oh her. Yeah, she read her back.
Oh, they were like, oh, Kathy Burke. No, they were like, oh, Johnny Vegas. Nice to have you here or something. That's good.
I did think with Lavoie, though, the first time that I laughed, maybe in the whole of this, was when she did the, and now we're going to have 3 minutes silence.
Yeah, that was good.
I thought that's a funny one, Gil. Most importantly, though, Dita is not giving brick. She did not care one iota for that comment, did she?
No. Actually, most importantly of anything, speaking of Dita Garbo.
Oh.
In the main stage.
It just never
near the main
ends.
stage.
Just never ends. So much Truffle Pigs on the runway.
Gorgeous, gorgeous peachy little number.
Oh, yeah.
Well, nothing for peach for
when we first saw that colour, we thought, oh, she's crazy. It'll wash her out something terrible. What a gorgeous, glamorous shade.
We don't know anything.
No, truly nothing, especially about colour theory.
Marmalade
saying that she's, what did she say? Papery and cratered like her skin or something. As if like, that girl is giving woman. That girl is giving vixen.
Who are you talking about?
Dita.
Did Mom come for Deets?
Yeah, but she said something about how like basically she was bricky and her face was like...
Oh, she mentioned her being like the first brick thrown at Stonewall.
Yeah. So, there you go.
That was too bait for me. Marmalade had a couple of ones that were literally like day one of drag.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I thought she did good, and I have to really disagree. I don't think she was too mean. I think she's just deadpan. I don't know.
She's very slick.
Yeah, there was one point where she made a joke like, "Oh, if Michelle's eyebrows start where RuPaul's arsehole ends," and Michelle just did like shook her head.
She didn't like that little read at all, did she?
But that's like one of the things that we all laugh about every time. Like, Michelle's a whore, she sucks up to RuPaul. So like, I literally don't understand why they painted her out to this was like actually really nasty and not funny.
It's so lame. I think it's all about delivery. It's about like whether they think the person is delivering it in the right way.
But do you know what the best one was?
What?
When she was like, Kiki's so oily, the Americans are thinking about invading.
Yeah, that was funny. Although you need to
The Americans were not featuring that.
No, you need to write jokes. Like, all of these are just like recycled shit. I want to hear like proper jokes that you've written.
I think that was a very good topical joke.
Same. But I thought she was very slick.
She was probably my fave, to be honest.
What about when I can't remember who it was, but at the time I was like, oh baby. Who was it that she was like, oh, we're gonna need a bigger car if it's me?
Was that Chanel?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when she was like, oh, we'll all squeeze into the car. And Chanel was like, yeah, well, if it's me, you're going to need a bigger car. It was like, okay, body issues.
No, she said about hitting her with her car.
Yeah. It was like, okay, body issues. Like, you're actually a very slender young lady.
She looks gorgeous, you're always.
A gorgeous, slender young lady. Like, you're not bigger than a car.
No.
Let's not do this. Not on the main stage.
Maybe some of those little Japanese ones.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Are you seeing that girl's TikToks? Oh, she's blowing up.
Who?
Something rotten. Have I not sent it to you? This girl has got like a one-seater whatever them like little Japanese vehicles are. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's just like one seat and then a.
I mean, I don't know. They have lots of mad shit.
Oh.
They like sort of mini versions of like vans and stuff.
Yeah, so I guess it's like an electric like tricycle, but you sit in it and it's like you have the big steering wheel here and it's just one seat and then that's just all the vehicle. And it's just this girl and she has all these mad like accoutrements. She'll be like pull out like a chopping board and then she'll like make dinner with like this little stove and stuff, just like sat in her little one. And
Love
then
it.
the seat folds down and she goes to bed in there. And it's
She's
like
living there.
so cutely decorated. No, it's just like
Sometimes you need a little rest.
Wild camping. Do you know what I mean? Love it. Sorry, come on. Is that it?
I think that's it. Shall we talk about the runway?
It was semi-final vinyl. What did you think of this?
Well, first of all, what would you have worn?
You're boring. That's all I've got to say. Semi-final vinyl. Let me tell you what I don't want to see. Anything related to records. Anything. I don't want to see Shangela Part 2. Like, records, ugly.
We've already had that earlier this season with the Disco Room Challenge.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely not. Terrible. And also vinyl is like... I mean, I know it's just like... It's because it's a pun.
It rhymes.
Like, vinyl is not even an interesting material.
It's shiny. I like shiny things.
What would you do? What would you wear?
What would you do? I asked you first.
I don't know.
Don't know.
I didn't think of... I just didn't like it. I didn't think of anything.
I tried to think of something that like wouldn't be vinyl. So I imagined
like the other
some
guys.
nice like 80s November rain style like white vinyl wedding dress. You could have like a veil that's got all like sort of the machine cut out lace things behind it.
That's cute.
Maybe even a vinyl bouquet of flowers. And then obviously because it's like short, you'd have a short at the front, long at the back, but then just like sort of black shiny legs underneath, like sexy.
Okay, I'm buying it. I'm getting my purse. First up, we have Relisa serving Broly.
I'd like to mention the fact that she doesn't say who this wig is by, and when she gets it reshot, she's in a gorgeous different
And
other
that
wig.
wig is by, is it Manhandled?
That wig is by House of Palooka by way of House of Pyramid. Our friends House of Pyramid.
Oh, yes, because they, Relisa has done some work, I believe, like when they had like a carnival party or something for House of Pyramid. I'm sure I saw her up on there. Very interesting. We work with this events company called House of Pyramid that we do loads of sick work with.
Wacky, wild and crazy wigs.
And yeah, God, it's a tiny little drag world, doesn't it? Thoughts on the Broly outfit?
I like the stockings, but I just didn't. It was just when you see it compared to other people, it's so basic. I kind of like that she made one big Mac out of all of those other little Macs. Do you recognise that?
No.
I wore that.
Oh, you've got one.
Yeah,
you've
in
got
Leeds.
with little ears.
Yeah. I think it's
yeah.
the same one.
Oh, really? This feels like she tried to style together old pieces that she already had for me.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like it was a cohesive look. And the wig was it was so confusing. It was like, why that wig? That didn't seem to be like a...
And also, yeah, I get that you're hearing
cohesive.
vinyl, but are you hearing semi-final? Because that's not a semi-final look.
Clock it. I gave it 5.
Yeah, I give this 5 truffles.
Next up, we have Kyranthrax serving Big Prick.
In a, of course, styled by Vodka Mohawk. We got one of
course.
them off them.
We have got
For
one ourselves,
ourselves.
haven't we? Yeah. And what was your thoughts?
I have to agree with Michelle.
What?
I don't need to see another drag queen in a spiky outfit. I mean, yeah, she looks cool and stuff, but...
As soon as she said that, I thought, hates a giant spike from the shoulder pad diva herself. I was like, actually, if anyone in this room has enough bad taste to wear something with giant spikes on, I'm looking at you, Miss Michelle
Well, that's
Visage.
probably why she's PTSD
That's the sort of tacky
herself.
shit I imagine you go wet for. Like
the weird sort of peekaboo skirt thing. Like I do like the idea of a peekaboo, but it's just not really rocking.
Can I have a
for
question?
me.
When they're like, oh my God, this is so punk, can we get into a habit of being like, this is punk inspired? Like, punk is very specific when it comes to clothes. Like, if something is involved in the punk movement, it is like specific clothes. Like
It's
what
probably
she's wearing.
homemade as well.
Yeah. It's like what she's wearing is not punk because punks didn't dress like that. And it's like, it's punk inspired, my babe. And they'll come down and be like, wow, could imagine you on the King's Road. It's like, I think you need to look at some more photos. But I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah, I thought it was like I thought it was a good look. I thought she looked. It's in keeping with her vibes. Yeah, I loved it. I thought I'd give it an 8.
An 8. I give it a 7 truffles.
Next up we have.
It was fun. I like the beat.
Next up we have Lil serving Subversive Marilyn.
Love this.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish the wig was a bit better.
Ouch. Who was the wig by?
Miss Blair, 27, who was...
Oh, she's one of the Manchester mannequins. No Badgers panicking.
Yeah, like it's just nice to see something we know so well absolutely filthed up, because I find gimps so disgusting and creepy and gross that it is really like the opposites. It's like the most sort of glamorous society knows to people to be, and then a disgusting little gimp.
Can I give you a different perspective on it?
You thought it was boring.
It just didn't hit at all for me, which is really sad because obviously I love Lil, but I've just seen this image too much, especially on Drag Race. It's like you had Shay and Peppermint coming down in exactly the same outfit, and then since then it's been done like 2 or 3 times. It is the most tired like look when it comes to like serving glamour to me.
It's funny because Bimini says it's 10 out of 10 in the comments, so
really
going against Bimmers.
Yeah, I mean I'll do it. I'll go against them. I'll go toe. I feel like the actual image of it, like I would have loved it if it had been any other outfit. And also I am a bit fatigued with the whole Richard, what's his name? Richard Quinn's like...
I didn't really think it was doing that though, because...
But people, I have seen a lot of people reference that, and it was still down that. I know it's not rubber, but
well, that's why I
said
Sakiyu's entrance look was a bit 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But for me, I wasn't really reminded of that because I don't really see that as gimpy so much, and without the soft florals, I guess because this is all vinyl together. It
was fun. It just didn't. I wanted it. Her runways are normally the one that I'm like, this fucking sick 10.
Yeah.
And it just didn't really hit for me. So but I still gave it to a 7 because I thought it was fun.
I'll give it 8 truffles.
Next up, we have Lavoie serving
Funky Punky.
What the fuck? What doth my eyes see before me? Absolutely insane. That Beyond Thunderdome looking motherfucker. I don't like. Explain it. Explain yourself, Lavoie.
At time of me writing these notes, she hadn't put the shoot of this up, so I'm not sure who the wig is by. But I think it's someone. I was gonna say someone beginning with P, but could be Palooka Polished or.
Sorry. Can you please explain to me why one Michael Maruli is tousling a wig on the Instawebs? What if Michael Maruli comes out with their own wig company? Oh, we'd be finished. We'd be finished, girls. Let me have a look if LA Voir has said who it is.
In the meantime, I must say I absolutely hated this. Once she said Starlight Express, that's all I could see. Like, you've gone too far with the vinyls. Step away from the vinyls. I know it's your dad's songs and stuff. Is that really the best way to respect these divas, by like putting them on a god awful outfit?
Yeah, this is absolutely just does nothing for me. I'm sorry. There's no safe place for my eyes to rest. Like every time I look at it, it's like I find something more heinous about it. So that's not for me.
And the way that they're just like attached with just like big black cable ties as well.
Yeah. It's quite a crazy look. No.
Yeah, I really hate this. I'd probably give it like a 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
So actually like verging into like this is such bad taste that it's upsetting me.
Yeah, I'm actually upset.
Do you know what? I might join you on that. I'm going to bring it down to 4.
I really don't like it, Kath.
It's it was such it had no cohesion whatsoever. Next up we have Mama serving Record Player.
Sorry, did you find out who the wig was by?
No, they haven't posted.
Still, wow.
Next up we have Mama serving Record Player. What were your thoughts?
Stunning.
Absolutely exquisite work. Heaven.
Yeah.
I gave it a 10.
It could almost be too costumey, but it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, that having it as a nail, just like into it, very, very into it.
And there's like the sort of the different fabrics. I'm not kind of mad about the skirt with all the gold sort of broken bits, but as usual with Mom, she makes me gasp.
Yeah, big gay gasp. Next we have the part of the show.
How many truffles would you give?
I'd give it 10.
10. I think, I'd give it like a 9.5.
Good for you. Sometimes we're going into half. Next up, we have Zinger and Minger.
Does it brighten up your world? Is it a zinger? Does it make you want to hurt? Is it Minger? Zingers and mingers.
Babes, what minged for you this week?
I'd have to say Release's little blonde thing, and clearly she agreed because she's shot without it since.
That was 100% a wig that someone gave her when they went home.
Yeah. Like if you're gonna do like that's housewife wig. If you're gonna do like vinyl see-through MAC, it needs to be like big 60s hair, if anything.
Literally nothing about it made sense.
I can't cope when the girlies don't get the fucking eras right.
Yeah.
I wasn't around for all of it, but I can just tell from my eyes. So don't give me that. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Mine's got to be that mohawk with the records. That was crazy work. Absolutely. Sorry, are you wearing a record as like a fascinator on either side? That's crazy work.
Yeah, she looked like a sort of biker mice from
Yeah,
Mars.
literally that. And then what zinged for you this week?
My zinger would have to be Kyron's Styled by Vodka Liberty Spikes.
That was mine too as well.
Just because we know from seeing them in real life, they are so neat and so perfectly like spaced out and just rock. They're just sick.
Yeah, love Vodka's work.
Woodkia.
Let's head to the Safe Queens.
Safe Queens. I don't know. I haven't written anything down.
No,
I just said in the critiques that I can't believe Michelle's trying to say Mom's coming across as bitchy and mean.
No, I thought, but I did like that they were finally giving her fashion flowers. It's like, finally, can we talk about that? Like, she's actually like one of the most exquisite, if not the most exquisite dressmaker that we've seen on Drag Race UK so far.
I feel like they've said that a lot of times though, when she did the design challenge with the sort of Follies silver outfit.
But I really wanted to, they need to really like blow some smoke up her ass.
Yeah, that's what she's doing is like insane.
Who they don't need to blow smoke up the arse of?
Levois.
Bianca Del Rio level. I was like, I felt like I was literally like, as I told you, I was super high. So I had to stop it, just being like, hang on, what? I felt like I was like, maybe I haven't watched this properly. Maybe I haven't understood what's going on. That is insanity that they would compare her roast to Bianca Del Rio. I can remember jokes from Bianca Del Rio's one. I haven't seen it since. That was like maybe like 10 years ago. Still remember things that she said in her roast.
I can't even picture her doing a roast. Oh, when Santino wins a sewing thing.
When Michelle wears a fucking turtleneck. And also when she's like, I'm Honduran, so my first words were, hello, housekeeping. Like, she said things that were actually funny. She is a funny bitch. She is a comedy queen. She does stand up. Please don't compare what Levois did to... That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy work. But then we head into Untucked. And under them studio lights, I thought, actually, that custom latex hood that Lil is wearing actually looks very expensive. I thought it was kind of just like a cheap bit of... I mean, I guess it... I thought she
like
was
the GIMP mask.
Yeah, but I thought she was wearing vinyl all over. But that's a custom latex. So it's like all cut properly and like stitched around, like hand sewn. And that looks expensive. And I thought, actually, that looks much better under the lights because I just thought it was all vinyl, sort of just cheap. Face keening.
Sure. It felt a bit draining to hear Kyron feel down in the dumps because she didn't have all good critiques for, I think, like, the first time ever. Like, most other people in this room have felt that way a lot and they've had to deal with you screaming about how well you've done. You can't just be all like, wow, I didn't win for the first time. Wow.
And they get upset about, yeah. Just, that's when you know that there's someone that just like needs all of the oxygen out of the room at all times. Like, just crazy. It's like, I would make a joke out. If I did feel like this, I'd be like, oh, finally here's my comeuppance. There's what I get. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you need to speak about it, which is just so boring, at least, sort of make a joke out of it. Should we head into the lip syncer?
Well, yeah, so Levois gets her fourth and the final badge of the season. It's looking quite good for her, isn't it?
That is.
But it's not looking good for Relisa and Lil because they are up for elimination to Crazy What Love Can Do by David Guetta, Becky Hill and Ella Henderson.
4 people I do not want to hear from.
Sorry, is this Love Island? What the fuck? Why do we need to listen to these? No one wants to see
shit
this.
Music. I guess they're paying. Like, I guess they'll be like, get it in front of the guys.
Why? We've not had Eternal. We've not had A1. Imagine a little
Eternal.
Like, I want to be the only one or something.
Need I imagine we've never had Samantha Mumba?
Oh well,
my letter writing is about to get fuego. Yeah. I just thought, imagine not being able to take off that full latex bodysuit.
I've seen her say since that it's the most uncomfortable she's ever been in drag in her entire life.
Yeah. Oh my god, having to like dance in that would be horrible. It'd be like being in a giant condom.
Yeah, and just like sloshing around inside.
Yeah, and that wig would have come off as well. Thoughts on the result of this, which unfortunately sees our Royal Highness and sweet baby Lil go home?
Well, towards the beginning, I really thought they were going to let Lil win because they cut away from her struggling with her fur, and if they wanted her to go home, you'd think they'd show her struggling, but they cut away just as she started to wrestle. So I thought, oh, they're doing that to like be nice to her.
I thought she did much better. Really
though, like, but she basically had no mouth and she had zero facial expression. She was just someone kind of stiffly walking around. She basically was Valentina to herself.
Maybe not much better, but I did think that she was like she was more interesting than just Releasa was just sort of like one note.
But at least you could read, you could see Releasa's face.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, you can't really judge them on that. Like, if you're going to make them wear what they wore on the runway, or do you think that she could have taken it off?
I don't know, but whatever happens, that really hindered her performance, both facially and bodily.
When Lil did her speech, I thought, wow, no one ever speaks like this at the end. It was so heartfelt and so real, rather than being like, okay, bitches, I'm out. She was just sort of like, I've had the loveliest time, and you've all just been so nice, and I'll really treasure this memory. Just like so, like as if she's just like sort of like talking to a class of 4-year-olds.
Yeah, I thought she took it like a champ.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Very
and then even when
humble.
she went backstage as well, she was just like so like, oh, I've just had the best time.
Yeah,
so nice. I thought, oh my god, you've just sashayed your way into our hearts.
Oh, hasn't she just?
Hasn't she just? Let's talk Rose and Thorn.
The rose and thorn, the rise and the fall.
So, Lux, what was your rose?
My rose was Lil. Just so glad to have met her. It's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
Guess what mine was as well?
What?
It was Lil. I feel exactly the same. I feel like, you know, there's like an archetype of drag queen that's just like churned out. We get it's like fucking commedia dell'arte up in that bitch, isn't it? Like you get like your stock characters every time of like, oh, there's the villain, there's the bitch, there's the old comedy queen, the look queens that can't do anything apart from put clothes on. Like you have all of these archetypes, and it's very rare that someone cuts through that feels like so completely unique. And like her combination of her like fashion sensibilities and the way that she styles things, and like what a fashion eye she has on anything, but then she's also like super switched on and has the best personality. It's like she feels like a very unique sort of girl.
Just want to be friends with her.
Well, make it a reality.
But
what was your thought?
My thought was obviously Lil going home to that stupid song.
Fair.
Would have loved her to get to the final, but yeah, just like
if
all
you could swap
good
someone out,
things,
who would it be?
Releasa.
So then what would be your top 3?
Who's left?
Yeah. Marmo.
I think Kyron, Mom. Oh wait, if Lil's back in it.
Yeah.
I do think Kyron kind of deserves it for winning loads, but like look at Tace, look at Bimmers. You don't need to win to take over the world. Yeah. So I'd say Kyron, Lil, Mom would be my ideal. Yeah.
My thorn was, when will someone please release us from the hell that is comedy roasts? They're never funny.
No.
They're super awkward. No one's very good at them. Like, keep them in the American ones. They're often quite funny in the American ones, but the UK ones, we do not do well in a comedy roast, so please let us. I can't bear it.
Do you think it's because it's not really our culture as much?
No, I just think that I don't know, it's weird because every so often you'll get someone that's like Danny Beard or whatever, you'll get someone that's just like so fantastic, but it's just I don't like the cringe. I can't bear it.
Speaking of release us from this thing, Releasa's release.
She
got a brand new jumping, bumping dancehall track.
Yeah, and it's
Bashment,
so sick,
baby.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's so sick. She sounds really. I guess she's doing like music out of drag.
I guess so.
Pursuing, which I mean, if you can do dancehall, maybe the best idea.
Rock up your back.
Yeah. Yeah.
What team are you? Hashtag team.
I am Mama, I think.
Hashtag team
Yeah,
Mom.
I think it's Marmalade. She's not, to be honest, I'm not really sure. It's obviously going to be a 2-horse race between Kyran and Levoir, and I imagine actually Levoir will win.
I think that I would put money on Levoir winning.
That would be an absolute insane winner.
Yeah, well, people love her. People are obsessed with you when you go on the internet.
I know, but first of all...
Not that we hate her, but it's just, she's very good at what she does, but what she does is not innovative, and we've just seen it so much. Like, it's fine. It's like having... I'm a vegetarian, but like roast chicken, sure, it's nice. You get what you like you know what you're going to get, but isn't it nice to have like
what does
something
she
a bit
do?
more exciting?
What does she do that Ginger doesn't do better?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, she's like, I just don't think we've fallen into this crazy trap of the winners often for the UK are just these like comedy queens of a very similar ilk, that like the sort of lineage that Thingy started, to be honest.
Viv.
The Viv. Yeah, we've had Viv, we've had Lawrence, we've had Danny.
Maybe that's just what RuPaul thinks that British drag is.
Ginger, yeah.
And then Crystal.
Time to party with Miss Versace, crystallized. Yeah, I guess she was a blip, but it was nearly Ella Day, wasn't it? Or Kitty, who are both of that same. I don't know. We like that. It's getting very white and very, very comedy girls up there, isn't it? Weird.
Well, next time, can you believe it's the grand finale already?
I can.
The grand finale song, worthy of Michelle McManus. I had to Google what her song was because I had forgotten.
It is All This Time with her crazy little snaggletooth. She was an handsome woman, wasn't she? Michelle McManus. I'm going to pull her up right now.
And lovely Ginger Johnson is back in the workroom. That would make me feel good, seeing
Michelle
Ginge.
McManus. Sorry, I'm just having Siri.
I wish they brought someone on every week, like in the new Down Under, hosted by Michelle. The guest judge every week is one of the previous queens. They're so nice.
Sorry, tell me that is not us in the promo for not me in the promo for Cliffhangers.
Or
promo
me
for,
in one of the original batch of wigs we did. Do you remember that fire blend thing?
Yes, I do. Sorry, we've just found the most fucking.
Is that her hair? She in a
unhinged-
wiglet.
It wasn't an Ozempic, says Michelle McManus as she.
So is this what she looks like currently?
She reveals truth behind dramatic 9-stone weight loss. I'm not going to lie to you.
Show me again.
Sorry, this is
Okay, we'll
crazy.
do some more investigation on this and put it on the Hangover because
Yeah,
this
please.
is something important.
But she's all you need to know is that Michelle McManus is alive and thumping, and she has got pillar box red hair.
I think she's had some stennies in as well. Look at the difference from top and bottom.
She's definitely thickened out in the volume, isn't she?
Maybe if you lose 9 stone, your hair does look bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a mathematician.
It's surrealism, isn't it? But head over to the Hangover and come and hear us girls talk truly, absolutely loco about. Well, you'd have to come over and see. You can go support us in the episode.
I got me, girl.
Click down.
All right, we'll see you soon. See finale fever.
See you later, girls.
Bye.